YouTube! Welcome to Dendrick's Evening Toy, the channel that calculates a 50% chance of you enjoying this video. And tonight we're taking a look at the Titans Return version of Perceptor. That's right, we finally have a new Perceptor. I'll be honest with you, this is only my second Perceptor toy. The first one being this one from the Generations line. Which is a good toy, but he turns into a truck, which is kind of cool, actually, if you're gonna, try something different from the Microscope. And he still has the this piece on top that can kind of replicate the weapon scope thingy bob. A lot of callbacks to the original here. There's little dials and stuff that don't do anything. I've got the Repro Labels kit on this guy. That's why he's got sort of some Arctic research station livery on him, which is nice, and some technical readout stuffery on his legs, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to get too much into him, just showing you my other Perceptor. What I did want to show you was a few things you can do with this guy. He's a good figure overall, even though he's a headmaster now, or Titan Master. You may have heard that there's a undocumented third mode. Of course, he turns into a Microscope again, which is nice. The third mode shows him. The third mode is him turning into sort of a tank, I suppose. So I'll get into that mode, and then I'll show you what I do with it instead. I'm also going to show you a little improvement. By the way, he comes with a sniper rifle, because I guess he's sort of a sniper sometimes, which is alright. Now, the first thing I like to do, the first thing I noticed rather, is this metal pin here for the scope to slide back and forth on is rather tight, and made me a little nervous. I didn't want to break anything. So what I did is I got some lubricant, and you can use WD-40 or any kind of lubricant, and just spray some onto a Q-tip and rub it along here. Wiggle this back, make sure you get some coverage on the whole thing, and lubricate that Percy. So now that my Percy is all lubed up, this slides back and forth a little without making me as nervous. So that's nice. So let's take his head guy off. I forget his name, but it's not really important. No paint on him, just black and red. So I'm going to turn him into the Microscope mode, and I don't know if it's worth showing on camera, but let me give it an attempt here. Let's see here. For Microscope, these come out. Forgive me, I'm not very familiar with this guy just yet. Where's there something that slides up here? Is it this part? I think. Yeah. So then this goes on here, down there. We want this on the side. Yeah. Put these away. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's do this properly. Okay, so that's pretty much the Microscope mode. It even has a little dial here that extends that part out. I've seen it usually like this. I'm not sure if that's right. I should think you'd actually look into this end and have this piece being the magnifying part. I think that's how a real Microscope works. It's been a while since I've operated one. So there you have it. So that's kind of neat. You can actually put the little Titan Master guy in the tray and analyze him. Or you can be like really scientific and like do like a blood sample. Just like cut yourself open here a little bit. So then you just like, you know, just like cut yourself a little bit, and then you can like have like some blood sample on there and just put it right on and analyze your blood. So that's pretty cool, and the kids can learn about science. The part we're interested in is the tank mode, so we're going to leave this part as it is. We'll swing these extra tank treads out here. They kind of have to maneuver past the feet. And then they swing around the opposite direction for this mode, like this. So it kind of leans back, and these tabs, it's got these little tabs that go into the shoulders. So they go in again, but just on the other side. Alright, like so. And then the way I usually see it is like this, I think. So he's supposed to be a how does this work? I think it's kind of like this, with this being the front. So that's fine. Or you could swing this around the other way, and I think people put this guy in there like that. Tank. So that's okay. My take on this though is to turn it the other way around, and the reason being is because if you flip this up, it can act like a seat. And also it's got some sort of targeting type of stuff here. I like this to be the front. So what I was thinking was I'd sit him in here, which doesn't work so great, but he can kind of recline. He's got some targeting. You can put his foot in there. His little, the back of his leg kind of thing go in there. And then have this kind of sit like this over his head. And I call it a mobile artillery piece. And of course this can sit on the top facing either direction. I don't like it hanging out too much though, so that was my little modification, such as it is. So yeah, maybe this might work better for you. Bend his legs or play with it till it looks a bit more acceptable to your personal taste. But I like that. That way he can kind of go up onto a hilltop, and you know, Perceptor would be able to do these sort of trajectory calculations. Right? You can also even move this out further. There is a joint there. And he'd be able to look through his little targeting reticle here. And yeah, shoot stuff. Or turn it this way if you like. Or have it, yeah, you know. Like that. There's also a seat in here if you want to do something like that. You could have him sit in the top, facing either way. I guess if in the tank mode, it would be, maybe this works a little bit better. In tank mode, have him sitting up there like that. But yeah, you get a lot of options with this guy. So that's about it for Perceptor. In my next video, I'll be taking a look at Titans Return Broadside. As always, thanks for watching, and thanks for watching.